Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are once again talking about Tri-Brigade. No, don't hate me, don't leave. No, hold on, this is cool. This is a cool Tri-Brigade. It's Tri-Brigade Lunalight. You like Tri-Brigade Lunalight, right? Yeah, don't leave. So, this is for the common and rare format, and in all honesty, the reason that this deck works is because basically all of the main deck cards, except for exactly one main deck card, are all commons and rares for the Tri-Brigade, which means you can still do the Fractal into Nerval into Kairos combo, right? Fractal, Kit, Nerval, Kairos, all of that to set up the graveyard. Granted, our Link monsters aren't as good, but they are still very powerful for such a low power format. Yeah, that's basically it. Tri-Brigade is crazy. On top of that, we are also playing Lunalights, just to help facilitate the combos, because all of this can be done without having to normal summon, and if you go into Kairos, you can pitch one of the Lunalight cards, which also like being sent to the graveyard, or just like being in the graveyard, in order to special summon it. Also, they're all Beast Warriors, which allows you to gain even more advantage, because you can either banish them, or you can activate your effects to like send things to the graveyard. All in all, great synergy. So, let's talk about the Lunalight half of this deck. Everyone knows what Tri-Brigade does, let's talk about Lunalight. Kaleido Chick sends a Lunalight monster from your deck to the graveyard. Pretty solid. Also, if it's banished, it can search out a polymerization in the grave, or it can add a polymerization in the grave. That's it. That's it. Also, we have Emerald Bird, which when it is summoned, allows you to send a Lunalight in order to draw a card. Yellow Martin, if it's in the hand or grave, you can target a Lunalight monster or a Lunalight card, return it to the hand to special summon this guy. All of these are level 4s, which allows us to go into a large variety of rank 4 monsters. We are also playing one Lunalight Purple Butterfly because it can be sent off of Fractal, and it just allows us to special summon a Lunalight from the hand. All very good. We are also playing one Lunalight Wolf. This card is very easily searchable off of things like Kaleido Chick or any of the spells, right? But more importantly, in the Pendulum Scale, it can fusion summon by banishing the fusion materials for a Lunalight monster from the grave. So we're also playing Cat Dancer for that specifically. All in all, it's very simple. You just special summon a whole bunch with things like Kaleido Chick sending Yellow Martin, and all of that stuff. As for the actual card that really facilitates this strategy, Lunalight Perfume. This card's crazy. It is not a once per turn on either of its effects, which means you can activate this as many times as you have, as long as you have the materials. You can target a Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Just no restrictions at all. Not even a once per turn, just special summon. This card's crazy. I have no idea how this card exists, and this deck is still bad. Heh. Anyway, you can also banish it from the graveyard, then discard a card to add a Lunalight monster from your deck to your hand. You can activate 3 of these in a singular turn, by the way. This card's crazy. Moving on, we are also playing Lunalight Serenade Dance. This card is more so discard fodder because its graveyard effect allows you to send a card from your hand to the graveyard in order to special summon a Lunalight monster from your deck. It's another special summon. It does require you to have material in the hand, but a lot of these guys also get effects when they are sent to the graveyard. Most of the effects don't matter, but they do have effects. Moving on to the rest of the deck, we are also playing Triple Mothman as another level 4 to go for more rank 4 plays. It's also Dark, which is good for specifically Evil Swarm Thanatos and Nightmare, which are mostly what you're going to be summoning like going first. We are playing one Polymerization for extra cases of Lunalight Cat Dancer so that we can more easily go into it if we need to. We're playing Triple Lightning Vortex. This is mostly the selling point of the deck because you can go second with this strategy pretty effectively. You can send things like the Lunalights, you can even send things like Nerval to the graveyard in order to just wipe out your opponent's field. Absolutely crazy. We are also playing Storm and Mystical Space Typhoon for our Spell and Trap card removal. We are playing Triple Lunalight Perfume. This card's crazy. We're playing Triple Standoff. This card's a bit interesting. You send a monster to the graveyard in order to search out a Tri-Brigade. Just, that's it. Also, if it ends up being destroyed by an opponent's card effect, they cannot declare an attack that turn. So, kind of interesting. We are playing double Chalice. Chalice is just a good card. And then, of course, the triple Serenade Dance. Moving on to the extra deck, we are playing double Lunalight Cat Dancer. It kind of comes up occasionally where you will have to have two, but most of the time, you're just going to want to be controlling the deck with your Link monsters and your rank 4s. Moving on, we are playing Evil Swarm Nightmare, Thanatos, Thunderspark Dragon, Gagaga Samurai, and Malevolent Sin. Those are our rank 4 suite. It's pretty solid. I mean, Malevolent Sin is crazy, so yeah. All in all, very solid. Mostly, Nightmare and Thanatos are here for going first. We are also playing double Firefighting Daruma Doll. It's extra spell and trap card removal in a monster, on top of the fact that if it does end up destroying something by battle, you can target one of your banished Winged Beast, Beast Warrior, or Beast monsters and add it to your hand. Very solid, because most of the time you're going to be getting out by banishing monsters. We are playing one Pentastag for piercing. We are playing one Geonator Transverser, because it is. We are playing double Doom Eagle. This card's crazy, and most of the time, if you're able to get it out, it can just kind of win you the duel itself because of how big it can become, on top of the fact that it's just like constant disruption. It's also very easy to get out. You can get it out on the first turn even, and have it be 2400, and then just constantly shuffle back monsters to keep it up that high, which, honestly, 2400 is very difficult to deal with. Even something like Draglubion can't really deal with that effectively. We're also playing the one Rugal. Rugal is just very solid. It comes up about every other duel where this guy will be pretty useful. However, not as useful as the Doom Eagle. So, that's the deck. Let's hop into some replays and see how this performs. Now, before we get into these duels, I just wanted to say that, did you know, almost 80%, over 80% of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed? That's all. Alright, so this one isn't really a full replay, but I wanted to show you just kind of what ends up happening sometimes. So I hit the Compulse here, and then I activate Fractal, and then I activate Kit, and then I activate Nerval, and they surrender. People really don't like Tri-Brigade. So here we are in the first actual replay, and we've drawn pretty well. We drew the Lunalight Perfume as well as a Lunalight, which is very nice. They're going to activate Ignite Reload, which basically just allows them to reveal 2 cards, shuffle them back into the deck, or 2 Pendulums, shuffle them back into the deck, and then draw up to however many cards plus 1. They're going to activate their Phoenix as well as their Sky Dragoons of Dracos, and then just end the turn. I'm going to set 2 cards that I don't want pitched off of this Mothman, and then we are going to activate our Mothman. Mothman actually activated here, or got hit here, so we're going to draw one and then discard one. We discard the Nerval to search the Kairos. Kairos is then going to special summon itself by sending the Kaleido Chick, and then we're going to bring back the Kaleido Chick off of Lunalight Perfume. Kaleido Chick is going to then send the Yellow Martin in order to, it's just going to send the Lunalight Yellow Martin, and then we are going to activate Perfume, send the Vortex, since they don't have any monsters on the field, in order to search out Wolf. I don't know if Wolf was the right call here, but I did it anyway. We are then going to, for some reason, I do this really weirdly. Instead of activating the Wolf here, I just bring back the Kaleido Chick. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. I should have just activated the Pendulum Scale and then returned the Pendulum Scale for the Yellow Martin, and then I could have had an extra body on field. We're going to activate our Fractal here in order to send the purple. We're then going to special summon out the Kaleido Chick here. I guess there was a reason to get the extra activation of Kaleido Chick, but in all honesty, it would have been fine either way. We're going to go for the Wolf here now, after the activation of the Kaleido Chick. We're going to banish 2 in order to go for our Lunalight Cat Dancer. And then we are going to activate Kairos's effect here in order to go for the Fighting Daruma. Now, once again, I make a bad decision. Instead of popping the Lunalight Wolf, I should have popped the Serenade. I think I can do that. Yeah. So I could have popped the Serenade in order to pop one of their cards. And for some reason, once again, I go for the Ignition Phoenix instead of the Dragoon, or instead of the Scale. The Scale would have been better, but yeah. So I end up popping the Field Spell, and then we go into the Link of Tri-Brigade Rugal, and then I just proceed and get as much damage as I can. So we're going to deal 100 as well on the attack declaration of our Cat Dancer. They're going to scale up and go for a singular scale, or sorry, a singular pendulum of Gold Driver. They're going to then attack into Karos here, and then they are going to pop with the effect of their Dragoons, the Lunalight Cat Dancer. They're going to normal summon and then go into the Heavy Metal Foes Allogram, and then add back their Gold Driver. We're going to add back the Kaleido Chick during the end phase. Yeah, sorry, during the end phase. And then at this point, we are going to flip up the Serenade, which they then Olenoides, which, okay, that's actually way better for me. The reason I activated this was because we had the Yellow Martin in our hand, which we could have then special summoned, but this is actually way better for us. So that goes to the grave, and I'm going to activate that in order to special summon from the from the deck, the Emerald Bird. Yellow Martin is going to activate its effect on, or when it was sent to the graveyard, in order to search out a card. We're going to search out the Serenade Dance, which we are then going to immediately send to the graveyard with our Lunalight Emerald Bird. We're going to then normal summon the Kaleido Chick. Kaleido Chick will send Wolf here, and then we will go into Malevolent Sin. This is well over lethal at this point, so we're going to banish their monster and just attack in for lethal. Good game. Alright, so this is more of just a showcase of how to basically OTK, or how this deck can OTK. So we're going to go for the Fractal line here. Fractal send Kit, Kit send Nerval, Nerval add Karos. Since we already have another Fractal, I'm actually just going to normal the Fractal. We're going to go and banish 3 for the bird, or sorry, the Doom Eagle, and then we are going to set a Mystical Space Typhoon. I'm going to pop their Savant Kepler, because for some reason, I thought this was the effect that actually allowed them to search out a card, but it was not. I know that that's the normal summon, but I just kind of like turned my brain off for a second. So yeah, we're going to pop that card, and then they're going to set a card. We still have Storm, so I'm not too terribly worried, as well as Lunalight Perfume, which is very nice. So we're going to do the Lunalight Perfume, and then pop their back row with Storm, and then Lunalight Perfume is going to send the Martin, banish itself, as well as add the Emerald Bird. We're going to then bounce the Emerald Bird for the Yellow Martin, and then we will Karos here, sending their monster away to special summon it out. We're then going to go for Gagaga Samurai. The reason being, it can attack twice, it does a lot of damage. This, along with the Doom Eagle, is already enough damage. So we are then going to banish 2 to go for the Daruma, and just attack in for as much damage as we can. As you can see, well over lethal. Alright, and here we are going second. We actually prefer going second. All of those other times we kind of got unlucky. But they're going to set 4 and pass. We have Mothman as well as 2 Lightning Vortexes, which don't do anything. But we did draw Perfume and Serenade Dance and Kaleido Chick, all of which are really good. So we're just going to fire off this Mothman, and we actually hit Perfume, which is not the greatest. We would have preferred to just actually have that in hand, but it's not the worst because we can Serenade Dance here. Or we can send the Serenade Dance to special summon. They're going to try and flip our monster, and I'm actually going to chain the Serenade Dance here. Reason being, if I chain it now and they don't have any other traps, this Canadia cannot bring itself back. I'm pretty sure that it will be able to because they have 2 more set cards, but all in all, I figured this is probably the best time to activate that since I'm going to be doing that anyway. We're going to send one of these Lightning Vortexes that are dead in order to special summon out the Emerald Bird. We're going to add to our hand a Wolf here, and then I'm going to normal summon the Kaleido Chick. I actually don't activate the Emerald Bird here, mostly because I wanted all of the cards that I already had in hand, so that's why. I'm going to activate the Pendulum Scale for Wolf, send it back to the hand with Yellow Martin to special summon it, and then they will activate their Network Trap Hole, bringing back their Paleozoic. Our Yellow Martin will get banished, but not a lot that we can do about that. We're going to activate ourselves the Tri-Brigade Standoff. I will send the Mothman, because guess what? This can send from deck or field to the graveyard. I didn't realize that it said that. I thought it was only hand. Anyway, we add the Fractal. Fractal send Kit. Kit send Nerval. Nerval add Karos. Very, very solid. We keep the Wolf, which is very nice, because now we can send it off of the Karos in order to special summon the Karos. Karos will banish 3 for the Rugal, and then we will go and link 2 into Darumadal. We're going to activate our Darumadal to pop their back row, and then proceed to the battle phase. Realistically, what I should have done here is I should have attacked in with the Darumadal into the Paleozoic, and gotten the advantage off of that by adding back one of our monsters. Doesn't end up mattering, they surrender, and that is game. This is by far the closest game for both players that I have ever seen. Genuinely. Absolutely crazy. So they are going to start off by normal summoning Manju of the 10,000 Hands. They are then going to search out themselves a Blackluster Soldier and set a card. Okay, pretty interesting. We drew Storm as well as the Serenade Dance, and they have a Mystical Space Typhoon. You know what? Fair enough. I was going to do that anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So this resolves, we're going to have our Storm just kind of do nothing, but we notably get Serenade Dance into the grave, so we're going to activate that to special summon out the Kaleido Chick. Then we are going to search out another Serenade Dance, which is very nice. We're going to activate Kaleido Chick to send the purple. Purple Butterfly is going to special summon out the Emerald Bird. Emerald Bird is going to send the Trap in order to search out the Yellow Martin. We're going to go for Wolf here. Wolf is then going to be returned to the hand to special summon out the Yellow Martin. We're then going to go for a rank 4 in the Malevolent Sin. We're then going to pitch the other Yellow Martin for the Karos here. We're going to banish the banish with the Malevolent Sin. The reason I do this, even though I don't necessarily want to, it would have been better to have their monster still on the field so that we could go for Lunalight Cat Dancer to get that additional damage into the opponent. But all in all, it's not that big of a deal. We are just going to, we have to banish it for the extra material for the fusion. So we had to send one of our materials attached to the Malevolent Sin to the graveyard so that now we can actually go for the fusion. So we're going to banish 2 for the fusion summon of our Lunalight Cat Dancer, and at this point we will proceed to the battle phase. So we're going to attack in with everything, and we are 500 points off of lethal. Not a whole lot more I could have done. There maybe was a line where I could have tribute summoned the wolf. As you can see, we still haven't normaled this entire turn. So maybe I could have tribute summoned the wolf to potentially get more damage, and then I could have banished with Karos, which I didn't end up doing, in order to go for a Daruma Doll, which maybe could have... I'm not too sure on the math, but I think I made the right play in what I did. We're going to go for Rugal here by sending everything to the grave in order to go for the Rugal, just because it's probably the best card that we have in terms of defense. Being able to special summon is very nice. They're going to activate normal summon out their Arisen Gaia the Fierce Knight. They're then going to also special summon out one of their level 4s, which just brings out the Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. They're then going to activate themselves a Super Soldier Synthesis, sending both the Beginning Knight and the Evening Twilight Knight, which is very scary, because that is 2 monster banishes that they just straight up get banished, on top of the fact that it can attack twice, and everything. So I'm very scared at this point. It could also rip a card out of our hand, except I don't have any cards in hand. So it doesn't do that, which is very good. But at this point, I'm very scared. I'm going to activate my Rugal effect, which honestly might have been a mistake, seeing as how this now gives Blackluster Soldier a second attack. But you will see that it ends up not mattering. They're going to banish our Karos as well as our Rugal, which feels bad. Then they're going to attack in and get a second attack. They're going to attack in for 300. They're going to attack in for 23 and for 23. And we live on 100. Absolutely crazy. However, I'm going to tell you this right now. It does not matter what we draw. We have lethal. It is a little bit complicated, so I'm going to walk you step by step through this. So we draw Tri-Brigade Standoff. It doesn't matter. It's going to be discarded off of our Serenade Dance. Serenade Dance allows us to special summon a monster. The reason this is important is because it gives us a tribute monster for our second Cat Dancer. This is why we were playing 2 Cat Dancers, because Wolf can just stick on the field and you can banish to get multiple of your fusion summons onto the field. So we can banish from the grave any 2 Lunalight monsters to go for a second Cat Dancer. Okay? So that's our goal. The reason we want this is because Cat Dancer, with the tribute of a Lunalight monster, allows us to deal 100 damage on each attack, on top of the fact that it cannot be destroyed by battle. But that doesn't matter, because we are going to attack into the 2300 with our 2400 monster in order to deal just over lethal. So let me show you this in action. Serenade Dance is going to banish in order to discard it, to special summon out Kaleido Chick. Kaleido Chick gets to send a Yellow Martin here. Yellow Martin is going to then bounce the Wolf in order to special summon itself. Wolf is then going to activate. We're going to then banish 2 of our monsters to go for the fusion summon of a Lunalight Cat Dancer. Kaleido Chick's going to activate because it's funny. We are then going to tribute the other Kaleido Chick in order to give this guy the ability to attack each monster my opponent controls twice, which, let's run down why this is lethal. So, my opponent's cards are not destroyed the first time they would be destroyed by battle. So, that means I can attack them twice, dealing damage 2 times on each monster. They have 2 monsters, allowing us 4 attacks. However, with each attack, we will also deal 100 burn damage. So, 400 damage due to just the attacks, as well as 400 damage from the burn. That is 800, which is just enough to be lethal. So, you will see that burn for 100, deal 100, burn for 100, deal 100. Now, if we were to attack the Virus Swordsman, it would be the same deal, and we would kill them. They realize that, and they surrender. Very, very close, very slim margins, extremely fun. So, all in all, how is the deck? Realistically, I thoroughly enjoy Tri-Brigade. I think it's a really fun deck, but I know not everyone does. With that being said, I still think that this is a very fun deck to play. Being able to just go second and actually do pretty well. You don't always get to OTK just because there aren't a lot of really strong OTK options, but I mean, Doom Eagle is one of the best OTK options, being able to consistently get up to 4,800, on top of the fact that you're able to consistently spam out a lot of other monsters, makes it really fun to play. On top of the fact that just Tri-Brigade is very consistent, it makes it even better. I really like Standoff. I think it's a very interesting card, and the fact that we're playing it makes it very fun. A lot of these other spells and traps are very good that just don't see enough play. Things like Storm, very consistently solid. Lunalight Serenade Dance is interesting at the very least. We all know that Kaleido Chick, Emerald Bird, and Yellow Martin are all crazy and have insane synergy together, just constantly being able to search out cards, special summon, go for rank 4 plays, go for link plays, just overall very, very solid. And all in all, I really like this deck. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my straight out favorite deck in the common and rare format, simply because of Tri-Brigades. So yeah, that's all for this deck profile. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty.